folks, this is Mac T, and I'm here to talk about toe links. Yes, not the right type of toe links. D-bone connected to the thigh bone. No, it's wrong toe link. Okay. Okay, it wasn't good. Anyway, toe links on a 2011 Ford Edge. I went ahead to go buy some because I took my car to the shop, and I'm not too happy with them because they told me that my alignment was out of whack and in the rear, and they couldn't fix it, so they told me I had to replace some parts. That's not a problem. I can do that. But I had no bad tire wear before they touched it. And after they messed with it, the toe was way out, and now my tires are in the rear have worn almost completely out in just a short amount of driving. Yeah, they made a situation bad when they touched it. Now, can I blame them? No, because it turns out the parts were bad, so by them trying to adjust it, they failed. Okay, so the only way to correct it was new parts. So can I blame them? Not really. They told me it was going to wear bad. They couldn't get the parts to adjust, and I needed new parts. So, whose fault? I'm not going to blame them. I sort of wanted to, but in reality, it needed new parts. So, you know, without the new parts, as I discovered, they definitely were correct. They needed new parts. So, anyway, I went and bought the toe links, and I'm going to go ahead and cover what I'm doing as far as the parts that you need to do this job. Then I'll have another video where we are going to go ahead and replace these toe links, and I got a lot of work I've been doing on it, but I just want to do a parts review on it and some of the results of what's happened so far in this process, and then of course we'll go from there. Hey, this is Mac T, and remember, like, subscribe, and join on Facebook for all the videos that I have here on YouTube, so that you can go ahead and talk to us and jump in there on that Mac T Ford Edge on Facebook. I know a lot of people like to make comments. Join the Facebook group. That's where you can comment. That's where you can ask questions, and that's where I want you to go in there. Don't forget t-shirts, stickers, all this stuff that we got on MACTGarage.com, your Ford Edge Lincoln MKX service center. That's right. Go to that, MACTGarage.com, and you'll see all the information you need for your Ford Edge and Lincoln MKX. Let's go back to the video. Now, this is the toe link. As you can see, this is the bar right here, and it fits right up in here onto the lower control arm, the swing arm, and then it mounts up to the frame, the subframe, and what it does is it takes and twists the tire. Now, when it does that, it adjusts the toe of the tire in there. So these were bad, and what happened is this bolt here wasn't a problem, okay, where it mounted up. You know, it wasn't a problem. Right here, that came off. What's not working is the cam bolts that work there. When we talk about cam bolts, we're talking about these right here, okay? These cam bolts, as you can see, are not moving, and then you have another one on the other side of it. They both sort of match up. When you're looking at them, they're sandwiched into the bolt, so when you're taking and using them, they're essentially mounted up, and they have to be mated together like so. And you can see that it has these ridges right here that have to be mated together. So you're going to have them both sitting together, so they're going to look like so. And then when the bolt's turned, it forces the movement, as you can see. So that's really what it is. And then again, they don't make these well. And in the part numbers and everything, we have the call out part number that they go by, and that is the 5B674. And this is the actual part number on the box, is the CT4Z-5500-A, and they get one per box, and these things are made in Brazil, it looks like. Something like that. Anyway, you get one in each one, and they do cost, let's see, I had to go to my local was it Lincoln place to get them, because they had one and they could get the other one in for me, but they essentially cost $45.82 each for a total of $98.06 with my preferred customer. That's right. Apparently I buy a lot of parts there. I don't know, but that is what it cost and what's going on here. So we go ahead, and I've got the bolts, all the new bolts already, and I got the part. And basically what we're looking at are these. Now they're all the same, so if you order two, there's just one part number, but they do work both sides the same, so you're going to have to hook these all up. And if you notice, this one's a little bit more spread out than the other one, but when you bolt them up, they'll squeeze in there. And they're at a slight angle here. Now this one here, of course, is already rusty right there. Check that out. It's already rusting. Straight from the Ford garage. Anyway, you bolt that up, but where I ran into the problem was right here. Now this is a metal bushing with a rubber bushing around it, and then you got a bolt in there. Okay, this bolt goes in there. That's what happens. Yeah, metal on metal. I'm in Iowa. Rust. This bolt rusted and welded itself right into this bushing, which meant they couldn't adjust the cam or the toe in, and as much as they wanted to, it wouldn't adjust. It wouldn't move. It wouldn't go back and forth and do what it's supposed to do, because the bolt's supposed to go right through here, and you can see how it's supposed to adjust it and twist it around on when it hits the stops. It moves it back and forth, and that's what it's supposed to do. But it won't do that. See? It's supposed to move. Now, what are we going to do when we put it together? We're going to employ something, a secret weapon. And you guys know what this stuff is. Yes, it's the Tin Man stuff. That's right. When I go to put this back together, I'm going to coat all of this and inside here with anti-seize, so it won't sit there and get all rusted up and not move. Why couldn't they do that in the assembly? Anyway, that's the problem that I'm running into. This is the new part that I'm going to install. This is the one that goes into the bin. But that is the whole situation that I'm in right now with these parts and everything that's going on with them. As you can see, they're pretty much identical, so we don't have a problem. And I got one more coming in tomorrow, and then once I get that one in, then I'll be able to get this out to the alignment shop and get the alignment done. Now let me show you what happens to your tires when these cannot be adjusted, because I have a tire here and I want you to see what wear actually occurred because of this and why you need to get them replaced. Because tires are what? $200 some dollars each. In my case, they're $200 plus per tire. So $50, $60, you know, worth of parts, bolts, a little bit of work is well worth it to preserve those tires. So let's check these tires out and see what kind of damage I got. I want you to take and pay attention to these depths on the tread. Granted, these tires aren't in great shape, but they've been scrubbed off because of that toe, because you can see how it's scrubbing it right there. If you look at that, you can see that little tiny ridge that's right there, and it's doing that on all of them. You can see some of the rubber that's right here. Look at that. You can see that being scrubbed off right there. Little pieces of rubber. Yeah, you see those? Those little pieces of rubber? These tires are being scrubbed something fierce because of that toe in, and you can see that right there. See, it's being scrubbed. Now these are no longer serviceable. I got to get new tires because they're completely worn out. But that's what happens, and this tire goes to that side over there. So this is the driver's side. So I have more tread on the inside than I do the outside. So it's sort of twisted, you know, at this angle per se. I'm exaggerating, but it's slightly twisted and it's causing it to scrub the tire off. Actually, it's twisted that way. I'm sorry, because the wear's going this way. So it's twisted in this direction. So I have to put those bars on there so I can get it back straight again, so we can do that. So that's the importance of the bars. Well, folks, that is the review on this part here, and the cause and effect and everything else that you would have in dealing with your toe and getting it right. You know, you saw what it did to the tire. You seen how it can be a problem when you want to go get it aligned. So when they tell you they can't align it, they're not really lying to you. If they can't move that cam bolt because it's locked in there and rusted and welded in, then you got to fix the part. And that's all you can really do, is replace the part. There's no fixing it. You can't unbolt it and loosen it up. I tried all sorts of stuff, and you'll see that in my next video where I actually replaced the parts and everything I had to do to go through it. But that is a quick review on the parts, the part numbers that you need in order to do this. You know, I got the bolts and everything else I'll cover in the video when I do the repair itself. But you do need to buy bolts, nuts, all that good stuff that goes with it. So it's not just the links themselves, you do have to buy the bolts, so that adds on to the price. But this is the parts review on these toe links, and I just wanted to make sure I covered that. But hey, my feet at the Ford day. I'm having a great day, and I want you to have a great day too. Remember, like, subscribe to this channel, MACTFORDEDGE, and also go to the Facebook group, MACTFORDEDGE. MACTGarage.com is where you get all your information. That if you want a static web page to look at what's going on, buy parts and all that other stuff. And you also have to remember that the Band of One plays some great music, so listen to the Band of One. And Mercy Girl's got a couple one-liners after this, and maybe I might toss in a little bit of extra bonus footage.
Thank you for watching MacT's videos, and remember to like and subscribe. This is a Mercy Girl production.